Good evening all and welcome to another video on All How the Ale. Tonight we are doing a bit of a rewind. We're reviewing a beer again that I haven't done in 7 years. It is a Trappist beer brewed in England. It's this one. It is Tynt Meadow. And why am I doing this one again? Well, like I say, it's been 7 years since I last had it. And I wanted to try it again to see if it lives up to the memories that I had of it, and more recently the kind of other Trappist ales that I've had, and see if it's as good. Now I do have another bottle of this sitting aging to see if it improves like some can. Anyway, what can I tell you about this one? Well, it is an English Trappist ale. It's a strong ale brewed by the monks of the Mount St Bernard Abbey in Charnwood Forest. It weighs in at 7.4% ABV, and I do like the little stylised bit at the bottom of the label that kind of gives you a bit of a silhouette of the background somewhere near the meadow, I believe. Anyway, it says, with this beer we have returned to a 19th century tradition of brewing in our abbey. When our brethren arrived in 1835, they settled in a poor cottage on Tynt Meadow, now an extension of our monastic enclosure. This strong dark ale re-ferments in the bottle, stored in a cool, dry, quiet place. Doesn't get much cooler, drier or quiet than my fridge. And it says pour gently at 9 degrees. It's been warming up a little bit, not much from the fridge temps. Anyway, your ingredients are water, barley malt, sugar, hops and yeast. Nice and simple, and it is an authentic Trappist ale because it says so right there on the bottle. So yeah, the last bottle of this I got from Otter's Tears. Long may that shop live in my memory. Great bottle shop. It used to be in Burslem. Long gone from there now, sadly. Phil was a legend. Great bloke. Did great beer and he knew his stuff. But this bottle I acquired from the House of Trembling Madness. So yeah, without further ado, let's get it out and take a walk down memory lane. So let's open it up. And we're going to pour into my Titanic goblet because I want to. The pour is nice and dark, reminiscent of Chimay Blue, to me anyway. I'm going to leave a little bit in the bottle. So it's a nice mahogany chestnut colour. It looks darker on camera. I've got the benefit of light coming through it, and it's got a nice ruby, chestnutty mahogany colour coming through in the light, and you've got a nice off-white tan head. So it's pretty consistent. So yeah, it looks good, doesn't it? Let's have a whiff. Oh, I remember that smell. Deep, rich, fruity, think fruitcake. Nice red berries in there as well. I say red currant type thing, but plum. It's got a sweetness to the malt. Oh, it smells so good. It smells so good. It's warm. There is a boozy hit behind it, and I do appreciate that. But otherwise, it's deep fruit, fruity malt cake, that kind of thing. It smells wonderful. And a little bit twiggy on the hop. Wonderful. I could sit and sniff that all night long, but we won't because we're here to try it again for the second time. So without further ado, cheers. It's different how I remember it, but that's a good thing. Body's great, medium to medium heavy, silky smooth mouthfeel. Carbonation is super subtle, and the flavour is delicious. You've got beautiful, deep, rich fruit, dark fruit. You've got a sweetness to the malt. You've got like a berry type note coming through afterwards. I think blackberry, that kind of level of sweet and fruit. And the malt that sits behind it's very, very warming. It's very delicious. And there is a little hint of chocolate. Not a lot, just a little hint. It's lovely. It's the kind of beer that you want to sit by a nice roaring fire and just sit and enjoy slowly. Yeah, that would be glorious in the winter with a lovely, lovely steak and ale pie. I almost contemplated using this beer in a steak and ale pie that I made last weekend. I was very, very, very tempted. Oh, yes, I was. Absolutely so. But I didn't. It's too good to put in a pie. Anyway, the finish, I'm just sitting waffling to let that finish develop. It's sweet, it's fruity, the malt sings, and it's just so moorish, so welcoming, and you just want another sip. The one thing that is missing from the flavour that is present on the nose is that boozy hit. You get it right at the back of the nose, and yet it's so smooth and easy drinking. That's missing completely. Now, this has been aged a little bit, not a lot. Like I say, the other bottle I'm probably going to leave another year before I try it, and then I'll come back to it, and you'll see a third video on Tynt Meadow. You'll probably be bored of it by then, but anyway, I'm just curious to see how it changes. So I can only imagine it's going to get smoother, and those malts are just going to sit there and sing. The hops will probably fade away, but it will just be arguably all the better for it, because this drink is all about the malt for me, and it's wonderful. Okay, scoreboard of joy time. And like I say, 7 years ago, I don't think I even did scores. Can't remember. I'll link the video somewhere. Probably been a thing at the top already, but yeah, I'm going to rewatch it and get my initial thoughts again. But we're going to revisit the pour. It's a lovely colour. It's typical of what you'd expect. Right, that beautiful chestnutty colour, that tan head. Let's try and pour this carefully. There we go. That'll do. It looks like it should. It's a beautiful looking glass of beer. And there's nothing to dislike about that at all. It's having the full point. The aroma is wonderful. It's warm and inviting. It's fruity. It's malty. It's slightly twiggy. It ticks all my boxes. There is an emphasis on the fruit in this beer, and the malt sits behind it. It's not quite saurine, but think Christmas cake, Dundee cake, that kind of vibe that's just been laced with something. There is that plumminess that sits right at the front of the nose. It's gorgeous to smell. Like I say, I could sit and sniff it all night long, but I'm not going to. I'm going to give it a full point though. The body, medium to medium heavy, and that's great. It's about right. It's where you want it to be. Any lighter, it'd be too light. Any heavier, might get a bit cloying, particularly with that sweetness of flavour. The carbonation is super subtle, and the silky soft mouthfeel is just a joy. And the flavour is lovely. If you like a malty, fruity beer, which I do, particularly of this style. The darker beers, I like them for that Christmas cakey, that Dundee cake vibe, that brings those plumminess, that berry note, that little hint of sweetness. The malt is just superb. It supports everything really, really well, and that soft, twiggy brown hop just works. It complements all those flavours nicely. Like I said, the only thing that's missing on the flavour is that boozy hit that you get on the nose. Is that enough to detract from it, though? The answer is no. It's not, so I'm going to give it the full point. And the finish, it's warming. It makes me want another sip. It's malty. It's got a little hint of berry on the back end. And as I sit and taste it, that chocolate comes through. Again, not a lot of it, just a suggestion. It's really rather nice and complex. It's having a full point. So it has got a full 5 out of 5, which means it's eligible for the bonus point. But we'll come to that at the end. Would I buy it again? Yes. Simply put, I absolutely would. Like I say, I do have another bottle. I'm probably going to have it in a year or so's time. And I may just buy another one in the meantime, because there is something I want to do with it. and that is to compare it to the Chimay Blue, of which it's quite similar. Value for money. I can't remember what I paid for it, but it's from the House of Trembling Madness. It's never a lot of money for stuff like that. In fact, I do remember it being pretty sensibly priced, so I'm going to give it a value for money tick as well. And is it one of the best Trappist beers I've had of this year? I think it's the only one I've had this year. But yeah, it's brilliant. It really is. Whether it is as good as the Chimay Blue, when I put them side by side, it remains to be seen. But for now, I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to give it that full bonus, which means the Tynt Meadow tonight has got all the points. So yeah, fantastic beer, brewed in this country. It's nice to get Trappist beer brewed in the UK. We should have more of it, I think. But yeah, it's fantastic. If you've not tried it, I highly recommend you do. If you've tried Chimay Blue and you've not tried this, you definitely should give this a try, particularly if you like the Chimay Blue, which I absolutely adored. But this one, you know, it stands on its own merit. It's a fantastic beer, and you really should try it, whether you like Trappist beers or not. So yeah, fantastic stuff. And we're going to leave it there and say, that has been the beer. I've been me. Those down there are the buttons. You know exactly what to do with them by now. You've got your like, comment, dislike, and subscribe. Choose any combination of them as you wish. And I'll see you again soon for another one. Bye for now.